Alright, so here we go. Let's begin. Hey guys, Weathers here. Welcome to another Hearthstone video. Today I'm actually in San Francisco, so the setting's a little bit different. I'm actually on my bed, and this Hearthstone Nerfs got announced, and I really thought I needed to make a video out of it. That's why I'm here in a very weird setting. Anyway, let's begin. So first things first, we'll talk about now the first nerf is the Shaman nerf, which is rock biter weapon. It's changed from a 1 mana do 3 damage, something like something like lightning bolt, but now it becomes a 2 mana, and therefore the Doom Hammer 10 damage combo can only be done at turn 7 instead of turn 6, and 1 turn difference can mean a matter of life and death for the Shaman, right? Shaman, basically you're trying to raise the Shaman and try and kill him before he starts getting out of control, right? So I think this is a good nerf, and it will definitely impact Shamans a lot, especially because they can no longer use their turn 1 clear. I mean, they can if they have lightning bolt, but they will overload the next turn, so it's effectively the same, right? It's a 2 mana lightning bolt you can cast on turn 1. So I think this is a very good nerf, especially since rock by the weapon is actually so flexible. You can put it on your minion, you can put it on your face, and then you can do combo it with Doom Hammer. You can combo it with so many things, Flame Tongue, and I mean Shamans already have so many good cards. This nerf is fine. I mean, no, this nerf is more or less justified, right? I don't want to see rock biter turn 1 ever again, and finally it's like that. Next we have Tuskar Totemic. The nerf has turned it into summon a random basic totem from any random totem. So very good nerf, because you heard so many people complain about totem golem. So if like last time when you play totem as in Tuskar Totemic, like you play Tuskar Totemic, or did you bring some fish, and then suddenly there's totem golem. They've more or less practically already won the game, because it's a 0 mana or maybe a 1 mana 3/4, and it's quite sick because totem golem's essential mana cost is free, right? It's the same for mana side totem, which also free mana costs, and we also have the flame tongue totem, which is also effectively a free mana cost totem, and all these are no longer available, which is good because all of them swing the game to the Shaman's favor so much. I mean, let's see. We had a 3 out of 7 chance of you getting a good totem that will help you win the game. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, card draw is good for Shamans because Shamans really need card draw. The Flame Tongue totem, so good, especially when you have the board already have tokens on the board. And then we have Totem Golem, which is the biggest token available. So yeah, finally Tuskar Totemic has been nerfed. No more instant wins ever again. Like, I mean, if I give you a card that says 3 mana summon, you have 3 out of 7 chance to win the game. It's just stupid. So yeah, good nerf, very good nerf. Now Shamans need to think twice before they play Tuskar Totemic. I mean, naturally it's still good because it synergizes with things like the thing from below, right? And obviously the evolved Shaman, mid-range Shaman still stand. And finally we get a little bit more breathing room. Of course, like evolve is still kind of sick, thing from below is still OP, but at least you don't have to deal with extra totem golems. That's a good thing. Next, we have a warrior nerfs, which is an execute nerf. From 1 mana becomes 2 mana. There's really nothing much to say other than this is long overdue. A 1 mana removal is really OP. You look at all the other classes. Fine, we have a druid with a 1 mana removal called Naturalize. You give the opponent 2 cards. Like warrior, your only condition is that the minion is damaged. So how do you damage it? Let's play Ravaging Ghoul. Let's play Whirlwind. Let's play Inner Rage. We can do so many things to make a minion get damaged. So a 1 mana removal is really OP, and there are no other classes that rewards such a condition so well. And that's why I think Warriors nerfs this nerf is good, and especially the fact that warriors are so dominant in the ladder right now, and we have so many archetypes. We have the OTK, which is also nerfed. I'll move on to that later. We have the patron OTK. Yeah, we have the dragon as well as we have the control, right? So removal, yeah, good nerf. Nothing much to say. Next, we have Charge, which has been nerfed to give a friendly minion charge. It cannot attack heroes this turn. So basically, you can no longer OTK using your Worgen to the face with faceless what was it called? Faceless Summoner? Was it? Yeah. I'm not very sure. Yeah. So basically, you cannot clone your Worgen and start whacking the face like after you enrage, charge, rampage, all the nonsense. And actually, I mean, I understand that combo decks need skill to play, but apparently Blizzard doesn't like OTK stuff, right? Because somehow you don't like it when you've done such a perfect job trying to keep yourself afloat. You have lasted so many turns and you are actually still at 30 health, and all of a sudden you're at 0, and you cannot outplay the opponent at all. The only outplay you can do is to kill the warrior before it happens. And sometimes OTK warriors are really annoying with their removal, right? With their execute, with their shield slam, with their whole bunch of things like wild pyromancer into commanding shout, into a lot of stupid stuff. That's why I think, yeah, this card is no longer playable as well. Like this is a dead card. You even if at 1 mana, it's not gonna do anything, right? Dragon warriors already have charge, and we have control warriors who really don't need this kind of removal, right? They already have things like brawl. They have things like shield slam. If they are Cafoon warriors, they even have things like Disciple of Cafoon to remove stuff. So I really don't see this card being played at all. It's going to be a dead card. Congratulations, Blizzard. You have effectively removed charge from the game. People are just going to find new ways to utilize charge, Blizzard. You need to understand that. Next. Alright, Blizzard has nerfed yogg'saron as well. People have been complaining about this card because it has been deciding games that have, like, for example, if you play a game that's like more than 10 turns down, you kind of have already invested so much time into the game, and suddenly there's this greenish blue thing that says bow down before the god of death, and suddenly you just lose the game or win the game. Like you're basically flipping the coin and rendering the previous 10 to 20 minutes kind of like not significant. You might as well just flip a coin and then you just win the game. Like yay! Why did I have to wait 10 turns for this to happen? Right? You understand what I mean? So of course, the yogg'saron is really fun card. I myself have churned out so many yogg'saron videos that was funny, was really good, exciting, sometimes a little bit sad because it's not good for you. Um, it's a fun card, right? And people don't like it to be in competitive and stuff. So that's why it really needed a nerf. So basically what happens is if yogg'saron If anything happens to yogg'saron that renders him unable to cast spells or renders him no longer on the board. So for example, he becomes polymorphed, then no more. If he kills himself, no more spells. If he vanishes himself, no more spells. If he shadow steps himself, no more spells. What else? Pretty much, yeah. If he, that's pretty much everything, right? And I'm pretty sure in the patch notes they said they wanted to do the overload mechanic for yogg'saron as well, but that will come in a later patch, and I think that's also pretty good, right? If you're going to play yogg'saron that casts elemental destruction, you are going to have to pay the price. You can't say, oh, it's elemental destruction that yogg'saron played, right? It's not me, so yogg'saron should be overloading his mana, not mine. I don't think that's supposed to work that way. But yogg'saron is no longer a good card, obviously, because he kills himself in majority of the time. Alright? I don't know what's wrong with Yogg, but he likes to kill himself. He pyroblasts himself, he fireballs himself, sometimes he just, does a lot of stupid shit. So, decks that have been nerfed because of this change, definitely yogg'saron Druid, because yogg'saron Druid is no longer a thing. You can still play Malygos, but you might want to switch it up a little bit and play Arcane Giants, right? Things like Tempo Mage, right? One of my favorite classes, also nerfed. But yeah, once again, Tempo Mage. If you're Tempo Mage, you want to play Arcane Giants, I think that's still pretty good. It's not that OP, and if you've been controlling the game all the way till turn 10, you can play a 0 mana Arcane Giant. That's pretty good too. The only problem is that when you're behind, you no longer have a Hail Mary card, which is good. You should not have a Hail Mary card. You should not in Hearthstone, because it's supposed to be RNG based, but you still need a little bit of skill. Not even a little bit, you need a little bit more skill than just being hopeful that something good happens to you in the long run. I mean, Tempo Mage already has a lot of RNG based elements as well. We have Babbling Book, we have Cabal's Tome. All of these give Mage good cards. Sometimes mages even play Spellslinger for some reason, and that's how you get more spells. And sometimes it's just sad that you get Shatter without Frostbolt or Ice Lance, and it's not good. But most of the time, most of the mage spells are good. So yeah, yogg'saron nerf, about time, I guess. I mean, it makes sense too, right? How can you be casting spells when you're dead or silenced or stuff like that? So yeah, these are all the changes, I guess. No, there's one more. All right, abusive sergeant. Alright, I think this is a very unnecessary nerf from 2 damage to 1 damage. Obviously, a lot of aggro decks are very successful nowadays. We have the Aggro Shaman, we have the Zoolock and everything. I don't think that the Zoolock is really overpowered right now. Of course it's strong, right? If you have the correct cards that you can discard and the Silverware Golem comes out, then it's really, really, really strong. But then again, it's really down to luck, and Zoolock cannot choose what kind of card they want to discard. So I don't see a problem with discard lock, and Shamans have already been nerfed in the aggressive factor, so I don't see an issue. I mean, yeah, this is not necessary, Blizzard. But whatever, if you nerfed it, I'm all for it, because I kind of want the game. I kind of want games that to be mid range and control late game control based, and hopefully when we shift everything to mid and control based, we see more priests as well, because I actually like priests, and it sucks that they are not playable. So yeah, I think that's all the nerfs for uh, the entire patch, and I hope this patch will actually bring more different archetypes of decks into the forefront.